Greetings, my friends. Reformed Stoic back again with another video. Pretty dense video releases today. Had some developments, and I wanted to make a video not necessarily about myself and what I've been going through, but reflecting on it through the topic of cancel culture. Because this is something that I know about. This is something that I've experienced. And I've made videos in the past, I think, trying to hash out my situation, apologize for it, make it clear what's been going on. This is more just talking about cancel culture in general and reflecting from my personal experience. So I will start by saying, well, what is cancel culture? How does it work? The kind that I'm familiar with that, as far as I understand, is very common, is you had to have done something that makes you look bad to a lot of people. Okay? And that thing will be able to be put into some sort of piece of intelligence or information, something that can be seen, heard, known, like probably a video of you doing something or saying something, or a recording of you saying something, or a picture of you doing something. Now obviously when you're on film, you're talking, they can see it's you. It is the absolute top level, most actionable piece of intelligence. Yeah, I've learned some of these people's lingo over the years, okay? This is some of the kind of language that Intrepid used. They talked about open source intelligence gathering and creating actionable intelligence. And well, you know what? That's kind of like what that guy did who made the channel about me with all the clips. That's like actionable intelligence gathered through open information, open resource information gathering. Oh yeah, man, I've been around the block. This has been going on for a few years now. So, the first thing I have to say is the things that I have said on camera, it cannot be unsaid. It cannot be undone. One of the things that was brought to the spotlight lately is there is a clip of me, apparently, I haven't watched this one lately, saying that I think there should be more school shootings. First of all, I don't want that. I was in a rant, in a mood, but the context, of course, is removed from that clip. And the context would be that a lot of people are mean, and there's a lot of bullying, and people don't really understand how some of these things happen. Now, honestly, I don't even really want to start walking down this train of thought, because I think a lot of these school shootings are ops, and it's Operation Gladio or MK Ultra mind control, and this is like the next leg of serial killers. Like, we had the phenomena of the serial killer in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and now we have the school shooter. You should watch the movie Basketball Diaries with I want to say Robert De Niro, but I know it's not. I'm getting his Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, young Leonardo DiCaprio in the Basketball Diaries, 1995, before Columbine. There's a scene where they have trench coats and they shoot up their school. Could that be a coincidence? Sure. Could it be predictive programming? Sure. So, anyway, it doesn't make me look good. I'm yelling, I'm saying I think there should be more school shootings, but the one that I really wanted to put under the spotlight is about natives. But first and foremost, my first point is that these things that I've said years ago now, they cannot be unsaid. At any given moment, people can take these clips and put it in a group, and people who don't know who I am and who have never seen these clips, or people who do know who I am, because this is a small town, they'll see these clips and they'll say, oh my gosh, that's so horrible. What a horrible person. And what people can do is they can take all of these clips, that happened like maybe a year or two apart, all years ago, different context that's been removed, and they can post anonymously and post all of these clips one after the other. So these people who have never seen anything from my channel before are just thinking, wow, this guy just goes live and talks about like hate speech about natives and says there should be a bunch of school shootings, and oh my gosh, what a maniac. So me, when I go into the wild on an internet forum and I see somebody say, hey, look at this nutbag, and they post a clip of them that makes them look bad, the first thing I'm going to think is they're missing context. How long ago was this? Has this person already apologized for this? Has this person already tried to explain this somehow? Has this person already been canceled a long time ago? But of course, that's because I've gone through things that are similar. So I addressed the school shooting thing a little bit. No, I don't think should be more school shootings. I was in a mood, and I was trying to make some sort of a point that it's a result of bullying and people don't care and they're not learning. But now I don't even think it's a result of bullying. I think it's a result of Operation Gladio, MK Ultra mind control, and the CIA. So the native thing, let's put that into perspective. My friends from my childhood, many of them were native, okay? This little friend group I had, Michael, Brandon, Wesley, me. They are all part native. They are all partially native. And it just so happened that these people all got into a conflict with me when I first moved back. Okay, I don't think that these people are great friends. It turned out, if you ask me, that they're not great friends. We had beef from the past, over the years. I'm not going to get into all of it. They turned out to not be such great friends. And for the record, when somebody calls me a ginger, that is commenting on my phenotype. See, that's something kind of regarding my race. I'm part Irish, so I came out having freckles and red hair, even though honestly I don't really have red hair. But if I say that, people are like, oh, the ginger's triggered. I'm not really a ginger, but whatever. Let's go with it. There's not really anything I can say that makes that look good, you know? It doesn't look good. It looks terrible, that clip of me. But I was in an argument with an old friend. I mean, these guys were my best friends, okay? Like, you kind of just got to phase everybody out who, ultimately, this is not really any of your business, okay? You got to pretend that that was a discussion between me and my part native friend from my past. Ultimately, I told my old part native friend from my past that he's, racist stuff. I had a racist tirade directed at my friend from my past, and I made it about natives, and I said bad things about natives. Now, I did that on a live stream, which is my bad, which I'm stupid for doing. I'm stupid for doing anything that I've done on live stream for any of my clips, which are all years ago. I was having a hard time. Seriously. It's honestly kind of hard for me to even kind of like remember what it was like to be in that place that I was in when this stuff was new. Like, I was in a panicked state. I was in a very kind of manicky, bouncy, upset way. And I was not handling things well. And I was tapping into this weird, frantic energy on stream. And it was very easy for me to be upset. And frankly, I feel like some of the people who were harassing me and stalking me, let's just say it like it is, this is what they were hoping for. I mean, this is exactly what they wanted. They wanted to agitate me and then film me or get clips of me that I filmed myself and turn it into actionable open source intelligence that they can use against me. It's like a poisoning the well fallacy in a bottle. You know, they can just open it up anytime. The context they use these clips on this Kodiak Crime Watch Neighborhood Watch group is, I say that Chad Borton is gang stalking me or stalking me, and I claim that Ryan Sherritt is running a shell company because he's in the Alaskan State Defense Force. He's the leader of the Alaskan State Defense Force and the leader of the NWFF. I think that's what it's called. I always get it wrong. And they say, okay, you're making these claims that this guy's harassing you and that I run a shell company. Well, here are clips of you embarrassing yourself. Therefore, you lose the argument. Like, you say that people are stalking you. Here are clips of you making a fool of yourself. Therefore, people aren't stalking you. That doesn't really work, does it? It's a red herring, poisoning the well fallacy. It's just, look at this guy 2 years ago, look at what he said, look at what he did. Obviously, nothing he says can be true, because he said something racist once, because he said something fucked up once, okay? And, you know, just finishing up my thoughts on the native thing, that was directed at somebody from my past. And for the record, guys, that thing about the smoked salmon for miles and miles and miles, I got that from somebody else who was my friend in high school, and he said that in front of native people. Like, I had a lot of native friends. See, this is what people, when people like get busted saying the N-word, this is what they say. It's like, I have a lot of black friends, bro. I had a lot of native friends. I feel kind of embarrassed about it. I was just kind of naive. I would make the native voice to Michael and be like, hey Mikey. I would do that. And I look back on it and I feel kind of like bad about it, but you know, that's just kind of how this town was, bro. I've told stories on my live stream. I was like smoking weed on the East Coast and somebody was talking about how red my eyes were, and I was like, oh, I have the C word eyes, the slur for Asians, bro. Everybody here said that. And like, things were pretty multicultural here. When I went to parties here, it was Filipinos and natives and white people and half white Filipino and mixed race native white Filipino, and like, I had a girl who was Asian, and I'd be all high and she'd look at me and be like, oh, we're twins, because everybody said that here. Everybody said that here, to the point where I said that on the East Coast and everybody was horrified. And like, I was upset because I had no idea it was even a problem. I was naive, man. There was this kind of like racial naivety here, and like, that doesn't justify the rant that I had, but I'm just saying, like, that's not how I feel about natives, man. And as far as the stuff about Cana and like, you know, I mean, let's just go ahead and be honest, bro. Obviously, that was kind of coming a little bit from how I feel. Brandon worked at a place here where he got paid by Cana, and he got paid from the place where he worked. He got a double salary when he was like a freshman in high school, okay? That's the kind of benefits that some natives get here. And then Michael's blowing up my message box on my phone. See, that's what you guys don't see, is that Michael's blowing up my message box on my phone telling me that I'm spoiled because my parents paid for some Berkeley, which, by the way, I actually took out thousands and thousands of dollars, like $20,000 worth of student loans, okay? And yeah, my parents did pay for some of it, but most of it was student loans, man. And I just feel like when you're getting these benefits from Cana, you probably shouldn't be lecturing me about being privileged. And then also, their dad was like in fishing, so you know, they work for their dad, and then they eventually work up into the fishing industry. I mean, bro, honestly, that whole thing stemmed from like a personal vendetta I had with someone who just happened to be native. Honestly, I can honestly tell you 100%, if the friends that I was having a beef with in that moment were white, that would have never happened. I would have never just randomly burst into being like, oh, and by the way, natives. That would have never, ever, ever happened, okay? That was aggression towards somebody who was a friend of mine. And in this moment, it's like, man, I wish that you weren't native, dude, because, man, that made me look bad. You know, some more of my honest thoughts, because obviously that was tapping into something. I don't think that natives are oppressed. And that probably didn't need to be said. But in this time of like Black Lives Matter and like, you know, woke, cancel culture, far left, Sunak tribe and a Fognak basically like run this town. They just bought a grocery store here. Their people are all over these other grocery stores here. They just about have a monopoly on food here. Sunak tribe just won some big thing where they don't have to pay like taxes on property or something. All kinds of people at Cana harassed me. One of the people in that group, that lady who said that, you know, let's go ahead and put this girl on blast because I'm not too happy with this chick. Kyla Heckerman. Yeah. She works for Cana, which is the Kodiak Area Native Association, National Certified Medical Assistant at Cana. And she's saying that, I have severe schizophrenia and that I'm a danger to myself and others. Well, that's a really hefty accusation. I don't appreciate that. And I'm going to be calling you up tomorrow on my stream because I tried to talk to you on Facebook and you blocked me. It's like, oh, you want to talk about me and make these kind of accusations, but you're not willing to hash it out with me. So I have a problem with that. And we're going to solve it in a very civil manner, I assure you. I'm not a danger to myself or others. I don't have any sort of mental illnesses, okay? I flew off the handle a couple of times while I was going through stressful situations, and you know? So yeah, basically I think that native tribes run this town. They got their people. Sunak has one of their people working at KEA, where there's also the head chair there is the Worshipful Master Freemason. And then Sunak's got one of their people at the NWFF. Okay, so, yeah, Sunak and Fognak and these native tribes, Cana, they got their people all over the place. They got some CIA working at Cana. All kinds of benefits for natives, you know? Do I think that you've ever dealt with some racism? Sure, so have I, honestly. So have I. Especially when people are telling me that I'm like a midget ginger, bro. Okay? Tell me I'm a leprechaun. But it is what it is. It's insults. I mean, honestly, I just feel like racism is an insult. When somebody insults you, you move on. Now, you're trying to say it has something to do with power. Well, natives got all the power here, man. Native tribes run this town practically with the military and the Freemasons, but they got a big hand in it, man. So I know that probably didn't need to be said, but I'm not trying to like cater and pander and get on my knees and apologize, because ultimately that video was 2 years ago. So, you know, people who are my friends and people from Kodiak who are native, take it or leave it, man. Because ultimately I'm not getting on my knees and kissing the ring. I'm telling you like it is. I've met some native people who are alright. I had a lot of people who were my best friends. Okay, that must mean something, okay? At one point, a lot of my best friends were people who were native. So clearly, like, I didn't have that much of a problem with natives to begin with. And I don't. I don't have a problem with natives. I don't think that you're oppressed. I don't think you deal with that much racism. I think you get sweet benefits. I think you can go to any university in Alaska for free. And I got no ill will towards you, man. And, you know, Sunak tribe, a Fognak tribe, Cana, I see you people watching me. You people, that was that was the poor choice of words. I see your people. I see your people looking at my Facebook. I see all kinds of Cana people. I see this girl from Cana, Heckerman, saying, oh, he's a danger to himself and others, and he needs to be treated. It's like, woo, wow. Like, is Cana putting you up to that? Because I would not be surprised one bit. I think you guys should call off the hounds, man, okay? I'm sorry. It just is what it is. I don't hate natives. I don't think I'm a racist. I'm out here all the time trying to de-radicalize people who are like, maybe have some white nationalist sentiments. So I guess the video pretty much ended up turning into just me like apologizing for that. I'll probably the title will reflect that. But I mean, what else is there to be said about cancel culture? I mean, that pretty much summarizes it, guys. Is like, I can't delete that footage. I have trademarked the name Reform Stoic. I will be getting that finalized within the next couple of months. And maybe I could try to go have a bunch of those clips removed, but it's not going to go away, man. I don't really want to play that game with people. The whole like, oh, I'm so desperate for all this stuff to disappear. It is what it is, bro. I said it on my stream. Clearly, I've been kind of just like somebody who just says things, bro. And I'm still somebody who says things, but I want to say things that like aren't just edgy garbage. Because that whole thing, like, I want more school shootings. No, that's ridiculous. I don't think that natives should be inquisitioned. I don't wish that natives were inquisitioned, okay? I said things out of anger. I said things when I was upset. And those clips, I can't make them go away. And I've already apologized. And I've already hashed it out. So, really, it's just a matter of you, the viewer, when an anonymous person pops up and posts all those clips one after the other, you have to kind of stop and think, who is this person posting these clips? Why are they doing this? Why do they want to come make this person look bad? And, like, what role am I going to play in this? And, like, is this really my business? Like, should I get upset about something that this guy said? And, yeah, he doesn't look good, okay? It's established that I don't look good in the clips, but what are you going to do about it? And what does it have to do with you? So, cancel culture, it sucks. When you said something that you shouldn't have said, my advice to you, the cancelee, the person who has been canceled, is I would not like bend the knee to these people, man. I would not get down and please, 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 I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. It doesn't work. Honestly, guys, judge lest not ye be judged, okay? These people don't have forgiveness. These people are wrathful. Most of these people in this cancel culture, these far left people, they're not Christian, okay? So the Christian mindset, when you approach somebody who's getting canceled, is like, I'm very disappointed in what you're saying. I think you're capable of being better for this. I'm not going to try to, like, rub this in everybody's face. And maybe reach out to the person like, hey, I saw this clip of you and you don't look good in it. Like, what's the deal? Give them a chance, you know? And if they say, hey, you know what? Like, I'm glad you asked. Like, this is messed up and I was having a bad day and I looked like an idiot, obviously. Because that's probably what they're going to say, man. When somebody looks bad in a clip, usually when you talk to them, it's like, yeah, I was being an idiot. That's probably what's going to happen. Like, I don't know. I mean, there are some people who are just assholes, and then you ask them about it, it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I think. Fuck you. And I do have some opinions that are like that, but not really from 2 or 3 years ago, guys. I've been developing as a person. I've been trying to figure out who I am, and I'm getting there. And as far as this latest information that I've got, I reached out to every single person in that thread, and one of the girls was like, hey, all I did was correct a spelling error, like, I'm sorry if you feel slighted. And I was like, hey, you know what, it's all good. But yeah, that lady from Cana who's saying like, oh, this guy needs to be medicated, and because there's a lot of people saying that from behind fake accounts, but now I know who you are, and I got your phone number, and yeah, we're gonna have a little talk. Because I'm taking this serious, guys. I have been being harassed. I have been being stalked. I have every right to try to document it. Saying God bless to people isn't harassment. Filming from my property, filming in public areas is not harassment or a crime. Bottom line, guys, is that is a crime watch, neighborhood watch group, and the mission statement on the group is that they discuss crime. I have no criminal record, and nobody was accusing me of a crime. So what the hell was that a post? What was that post about, man? I'm trying to put that group on blast. I'm trying to put the admins of that group on blast. I'm trying to put the people who are commenting in there, like Ryan Sherritt of the NWFF, and the Alaskan State Defense Force on blast. I'm trying to put Chad Borton of Sure Thing Cleaning on blast. You guys want to try to go out there and smear my name and make me look bad and call me crazy? Hey, man, I got a lot more people on my side than you do. So it's Smeartober, guys. And ultimately, this was just some content. It's been a big day for me. Just want to make another video for you. So God bless y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.